Hey guys, it's Taya, and in this video I'm basically doing another enhance your feature makeup look. If you guys didn't check out my last one, you can check that one out, but I was reading the comments and I saw a couple things being said like repeatedly. The first one being that one had too many steps for a beginner makeup tutorial, and the second one, you guys said that you want to see a more affordable version. So in this tutorial I'm only using drugstore products. This look is way more affordable than the last one, but obviously you still get the same result. And I also took away some of the steps that I feel like weren't completely necessary. With that being said, if you still feel like this tutorial is too difficult for you, I will have 2 of my makeup videos linked in the description that are simpler than this one. So if you guys haven't seen them, you can check them out. So this video is all about enhancing your features and how to do your makeup to where it's like not too heavy, but it's still very pretty and glowy. If you guys are interested in seeing how I got this face, then keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so I'm starting off by priming my face, and I'm using the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. This one's really cheap, and I love it because it gives you like a glow underneath your makeup. I feel like using something hydrating or luminous is great if you don't have oily skin. If you do, you can use a mattifying primer. So now I'm going in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Black. And I love using pencils, and I do recommend them for beginners because you can create brow-like strokes, and that's basically what I'm doing. So I brushed all my brow hairs up, and then I'm creating kind of like a shape underneath, and then following the flow that my brows go and just creating brow-like strokes. And if you mess up with a brow pencil, it's super easy to fix it by just blending it out. So if you guys are beginners, then make sure you guys use a brow pencil just so you can easily create a natural looking brow. And just to create a better structure to my overall face, I always start my eyebrows where the side of the bridge of my nose is. It just makes your face like more symmetrical in my opinion, and just look really nice, and it structures your face very well. So I did the same thing on the top. I brushed my brow hairs down, and then I created a shape by just making a horizontal line, and then I filled in any sparse areas with brow-like strokes. And you guys always want to make sure you have a super light hand when you're working on your eyebrows. It's really important because it helps keep them really natural and not too harsh looking. So I always set my brows with a clear brow gel. I never use a color because that just adds on to harshness, and I want everything to look really natural. So clear brow gel is always the way to go for me. And I always brush the hairs up just to make my brows look more thick and fluffy. Now I'm going in with the NYX Total Control Pro Drop Foundation. I used the color Mahogany, but I should have got a little bit of a darker color, I feel like. Let me know what you guys think. But I'm just blending that out with a wet sponge, and I do recommend using a sponge because it helps your makeup not look too cakey, because it does take away some of the makeup. And this foundation actually surprised me. I think this is going to be my go-to foundation now because it's so liquidy that it allows you to control like how natural or not natural you want your foundation coverage. So how sheer or full coverage you want it. And you can use a little bit and make it go a long way because of how liquidy it is. So I think it's really great for beginners because you have the control of making your makeup look really natural, and it blends out very well. So I really like it. I think I should have just got a darker color because it's a little light. But look at the skin like finish, y'all. It turned out looking really nice. So if you're looking for a new foundation, I definitely recommend that one. Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm just going to make a quick disclaimer. You're going to see me use 2 different colors, and that's not really part of any technique. I just color matched myself wrong, so this was too light and I needed to darken the concealer. So with that being said, I just apply the concealer very close to the center of my nose, underneath my eyes, and the sides of my nose, my chin, my forehead, and I am going to add it to the outer corner of my eyes. And if you're a beginner, my tip is just to blend really carefully. Make sure you're not blending the makeup outwards too much to where it's going out of the place that you applied it in, if that makes sense. And yeah, so I don't know what's wrong with me. Every time I film, I use way too much concealer and foundation than I intended. But of course, everything in this makeup look can be tailored to your preference. So if you want less concealer, if you want less foundation, or if you want more, then definitely do that. You guys can see right now, I'm kind of like winging the concealer out. And this just covers up the dark parts underneath the sides of my eyes and gives my entire face a really lifted look. And I love doing this. I probably will never stop doing this. It's really great technique. And once you get to the side, you guys will see it's very harsh. But you just take the bottom of your beauty blender or your sponge and just blend that down. So don't blend it really upwards. Just pat on top of it until it diffuses out. And I definitely recommend this concealer for beginners because this also blends out very well and it's just really easy to work with. So definitely recommend. It will be in the description like everything in the video. And yeah, this is how my skin is looking after concealer and foundation. Okay, so now I'm using a cream blush that's like a natural pink, almost like corally. I apply it to the very high points of my cheekbones to further lift my face. And doing this has really changed my makeup game. It's a really simple and easy step to enhance anybody's makeup. Anyone can do it. And I like this cream blush, but it was giving greasy, so you'll see me set it with a powder blush later on. But that's also an optional step. I just wanted to set the blush a little bit. So now I'm going to go in and set my under eyes with the CoverGirl Clean Professional in the shade 115. And this is my go-to setting powder regardless of any type of makeup look. I love this powder. It's super affordable and it doesn't give any flashback. It's perfect. And yeah, it wipes away really well. I love it. So you saw I dragged it down the sides of my nose and I'm just patting it underneath my eyes. I'm going to set anywhere I have creasing and wherever I put my concealer. So I like to blend in the setting powder on any parts of my face that get greasy. So you'll see me do that on my forehead and my chin and on the sides of my mouth. So I let the setting powder stay under my eyes just for a little bit. I don't like to let it sit too long because then it will be really hard to get off. And this step was optional, like I said, but I'm going to use this powder blush and put some on top of the cream blush just to make it a little tiny bit more matte. I'm also going to go in and put some on my eyes, and using the same blush on your eyes, lips, and cheeks really gives a really put together and natural look. Also, it gives like a very youthful look in my opinion as well. So you just look really pretty and natural, and yeah. So moving on to contour. I'm not really contouring. I'm going to bronze up my face with this middle shade because it's not too dark and I want to go for, like I said, more of a bronze look. So in my other video, I did say I like to bronze versus contouring because it's way better for beginners. It's not too technical. All I'm doing is lightly applying the product and blending it up and towards the center of my face. And with bronzing, all we want to do is bring color back into our face. So I think it's really easy using a powder versus a cream. So besides my cheekbones, I'm also going to contour my forehead and underneath my lips and then around my chin. So I'll kind of go like in a circular motion just around my chin. And then make sure you also get your jawline and just blend everything out. It's super simple. You want to use a fluffy brush and make sure everything is just diffused out, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to contouring my nose. And when I contour my nose, I bring the powder down from my eyebrows to the bridge of my nose. And I stop right before like the bulb part of my nose. And then I'm going to contour right on top of each of my nostrils. So I'm just blending the product out. It's really easy. I don't like to do anything too crazy because contouring your nose is really, really hard for beginners. I'm still not good at it. And if anything looks too heavy, you can just blend it out with a beauty blender. And another tip I have for beginners is to use the same products for multiple things. Like how I used my blush on my eyes, I'm also going to kind of contour my eyes. So I'm not necessarily doing eyeshadow. I'm just going to be winging out my eyes using the contour. And you guys will see right now I'm just wiping off the setting powder underneath my eyes. But I'm going to be putting the contour color underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to be winging it out just to give my eyes a lifted effect. Last time in this video I used eyeliner, but that is another step I feel like is kind of hard for beginners. So I'm just putting the bronzer because it's really, really easy to blend out, and you just blend everything upwards. Your face will look really nice and lifted. But again, like I said, everything can be tailored to your preference. So if you feel like this step is too much or you don't have time for it, then just simply don't do it. It's just optional in my opinion. So now I'm putting my hair up to set my face, and I'm using this e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. I've had this product for a really long time. It's really nice. It makes your face look glowy and pretty, and that's all I'm doing is setting my face. And I'm using highlighter after setting my face because it makes the color really pop. And a good tip I have to enhance your face is to apply highlight wherever the sun or the light is going to be hitting your face. So that's why I kind of turn my head to check where the light hits my face, and that's going to be right on my cheeks. So I know a lot of people used to highlight on their cheekbones, but I'm doing it kind of on the apples of my cheeks, and I love how this looks. I'm also putting it on my chin, my forehead, and highlighting the inner corners of my eyes just to help me look really awake, and it also brings the makeup look together. I've always done this since middle school, so I really love that step. And when I highlight my nose, I'm just going to add a little tiny dot on the tip of my nose, and on the bridge I'm just creating a little line and blending that out. Okay, so we're almost done. Now I'm just curling my lashes and applying a mascara. I like to stray away from clumpy mascaras. I prefer a lengthening one. And I like a really combed out and lengthened look because, again, it just looks really effortless and pretty. And when I do my bottom lashes, I like to apply the product and kind of wipe it off just so that the color is still there, but it's not too heavy underneath my eyes. Now I'm lining my lips with this brown eyeliner from the beauty supply, and it matches the brown of my lips, so it looks really natural. And I do overline them, but only towards the center of my lips, which gives a more pouty type of look. And then in the center of my lips, I apply the same blush. And I've said this before, but using a blush helps keep the look more natural because the colors of blush are made for your cheeks. So it just ties in everything really well. So I just powdered my lips out and applied the blush with a beauty blender in the center. And then I'm going in to finish the look with this lip oil from Ulta. I'm sure this is the tangerine color. And I love this oil so much. It gives you a really glossy look, but it makes your lips really soft. And it's only like $9, so I really recommend it. Alright, so as you guys saw, that was the end of the video. This is the final look. If you guys liked how this look turned out, then be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. But if you are enjoying these like yourself but better, like natural type of makeup looks, then let me know and I will keep making them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I love y'all. As always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!